This is the Velotric Nomad 1 Plus, and these are the 5 things I love about this bike. Number 1, the rider experience. I've talked about this before, I think in my review video, but this is a bike that you just feel a part of. You don't feel like you're sitting on top of it. You don't feel like you're stretching for the handlebars. You just feel like almost like the bike surrounds you. It makes you feel like you're one with the bike. And that is a fantastic feeling. So this is what I mean when I say feeling like one with the bike. I'm in a nice upright, just relaxed riding position. The arms and hands are relaxed. They're almost level this way. And with the bar swept like this, it just kind of makes you feel like that the bike is kind of wrapped around you. So when you go to turn, you just kind of lean with the bike like you would with a motorcycle on a sharp turn. You know, because you do have some bikes where you feel like the front end is not so secure on the ground. So you have a tendency of doing something like this, turning but staying kind of, trying to stay upright because you're not so sure that the front tire won't slide out. It's kind of just the opposite of this bike. You just kind of lean with it and just go with the flow. And I think that's due to the handlebars, the height, and how high the frame comes up. You're not leaning over, reaching for anything. It just feels like you're part of the bike. Number 2, the fit and finish. I mean, look at this thing. From the paint job, the yellow, they call it mango, with the black. It's just a fantastic looking bike. But I am more interested in the construction of it. Everything here, the welds, the finishing work, the whole design of the bike, you can tell that they took their time, they thought it out, and made a really nice, sturdy, strong, beautiful looking bike. I find myself just sitting there, just staring at it, you know, with this yellowish mango color and the black rims with the black fenders and, you know, the black labeling and everything. It makes it look nice. And you can get it in the other colors, but the frame design is just really, really good. It's easy to get in. This is the step through, and this is a great bike for the older crowd who is looking to get into e-biking and doesn't want to have to step over this high step or try and swing their leg over the back wheel, especially when you get which I will be soon, getting a rear rack. If you have a rear rack here, I mean, now you've added that. But if you get a basket, now you've added up to here. So that's a pretty good swing of the leg for the older crowd. Even the younger crowd may have a little tough time getting over there. Even if you lean that bike way over, it could be tough. That's what makes the step through so great. And that's why I really like it. And I encourage people to look at the step through when you're looking at these bikes, because this bike does come through the step through the version, and it has a high step version. But the fit and finish of this thing, you could tell they took some time, they thought it out, and they come up with a great design. And number 3, it's got to be the display. The display, it's a black and white display. It's not color, but it doesn't need to be color. But it is easy to read. And the fact that you can wear polarized sunglasses and still see that display, nice big numbers for us people who's getting older eyes, is really nice. They did a good job on that. It's not too big. You don't have this huge display up here, and it's not too small. So you're not squinting to see the numbers and the letters and what PAS level you're in and how fast you're going. It is also really easy to manipulate. With just one button, you can go through the odometer, the trip, the voltage, the time, with one push of a button. You don't, no more of this having to hold 2 buttons down and wait and then click, 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 reset, all that stuff. It's just a nice one button, you got it. And number 4, it's got to be the transmission. That's right, this comes with a 8-speed, trigger shifting, coupled with the Shimano Altus derailleur. Now, it may not be the most expensive derailleur out there, but it is definitely not the cheapest, and it is a really nice one. I'm glad they didn't go with a tourney, and it works really good. Not a lot of chatter back there when you're riding, even over some bumpy stuff, and the fact that you have a trigger shifter where you just shift it with your index finger and then shift it back with your thumb without having to take your thumb off and go over the top and all that stuff. That's what makes that so great. And number 5, it's got to be the integrated tail light. That's right, this one comes with a tail light and brake light. So when you turn it on, that tail light comes on like a running light, but when you pull either the front brake or the rear brake, it gives you a brake light too. And a lot of manufacturers are starting to skip out on that now and just putting a running light on that does not light up when you brake. And a lot of other manufacturers too are just giving you a kind of like a standalone where you just clip it on the back of your seat and you got to turn it on yourself. That means every once in a while you got to get out, recharge it, or change batteries. But I like the fact that Velotric said, no, we're giving you a brake light. We want people behind you to know when you're stopping or you're slowing down. Now those are the 5 things I love about the Nomad One Plus. So if you own this bike, you tell me, what are the 5 things you like?